You've been playing hardcore games and servers in Reforger wrong. You haven't been playing the right ones, and most importantly, you haven't been playing them correctly. Let's be honest. If you play tactical shooters, you know the feeling of burnout. You load into a server hoping for a coordinated, immersive experience, but instead you get this glorified team deathmatch. Nobody's talking, squads are scattered across the map, and your team feels more like a loose collection of lone wolves. It's frustrating. It drains the passion right out of the game. But what if a server was built from the ground up to force cooperation? What if the mechanics, the mods, and the very culture of the community punished lone wolves and rewarded tight-knit squads? In my previous video, we slightly touched on this when we talked about our community and culture. Well, in this video, I want to welcome all of you to a peek behind the curtain to TWS within Arma Reforger. A more in-depth dive into who we are, what we are, and really why we are, than just a cool little video about the map and maybe the game mode and things of that nature. And so today we're going to be breaking down why this server isn't just another drop in the bucket, it's a complete overhaul of how we're trying to change the culture of playing together. So first I want to talk about the game mode. And here, pacing is everything. The core of TWS, or NA1, is a custom game mode built by Surdy. A lot of you may know him. And it is entirely dictated by pacing. When the match starts, you aren't just sprinting blindly toward an objective. For the first time, when you spawn in, you have 10 minutes. There are 0 objective spawns. Why? Because planning wins firefights. This buffer gives squad leaders time to coordinate routes, designate fire teams, load up into transportation, and actually brief their guys. But once that timer hits 0, that's when it really begins. The first objective is going to spawn, and it's an absolute dead sprint for both teams. Taking a point requires overwhelming force, and you need a minimum of 6 friendly players inside the zone for at least 30 uninterrupted seconds. Now that time is going to change over time as the player base gives their feedback. It may be 1 minute 45, it may be 5 minutes. It really depends, and the only way we're going to know and what to change it to is if people get in and play. And you can't just sneak one guy onto the flag, you have to take it and hold it as a unit. Capturing a point earns your team 1 point on the board. While the standard to win is 10, this is fully configurable depending on the scenario and server population. Now the arsenal, the vehicles, and the grind. I want to talk about the gear. We're not playing vanilla, this is obviously a modded server. So we've carefully curated a mod list to ensure very uniform, very thought out, very planned pieces of equipment. Your rigs, your kit, your rifles. We want it all to be authentic. We did a deep dive as well into the conflict we were trying to simulate, watched hours and hours of real-world footage trying to get it right. Obviously, we had to make some balances due to the game, and we were working within the parameters of a video game, but we tried our best to make it both realistic but fun. Now, as far as the uniforms and the gear, you can expect things like RHS, that's a staple, a few other ones. And they provide high-fidelity tactical gear that actually serves a purpose, from carrying capacity to camouflage effectiveness. Now, as far as our weapons and attachments, you also see a bunch of RHS, some WCS, some more privately modded groups, but it's supposed to give you a massive variety of ballistically accurate firearm suppressors and optics. And for our vehicles, we try and keep it true to life. You're not going to see a bunch of people rolling around in M1 Abrams. You'll see what's actually being used out there. BMPs, Bradleys, Tigers, Humvees, things of that nature. Again, and I have to reiterate, this is not your everyday server that you jump on to casually play. This is the server where you are looking to play with a team and you're looking to play in an environment that has been built from the ground up for realism first. Now, not everything is going to be as realistic as it can be, obviously, but we're trying. Now, you don't get the coolest toys right out of the gate. In TWS, you have a rank progression system that you will see like most other games, but ours is a little bit more strict. You are starting as a frontline grunt. When you first join the server, you are a private, and it's going to take work to get past private. You're going to carry a standard rifle. You're going to carry standard gear. It's not going to be high speed. It's not going to look cool. You're going to have to earn your keep. You're going to learn the ropes. And as you play, communicate, and contribute to the rest of the team, only then will you rank up. And the why behind this is simple. Earning your gear feels incredibly rewarding. Unlocking advanced optics and the ability to use other vehicles normally that you don't have available to you, it's almost like a badge of honor, as if you're kind of showing the fact that, hey, I am a team player. Hey, I have been doing this a while. And the only way to get to where I'm at is I had to work with the team. It proves that you've put your time in the trenches. Now, for quality of life, we tried to make it as immersive as we could. Now, immersion here is the name of the game, or at least we're trying to get it that way. And we've heavily invested in the quality of life mods to remove some of the clunkiness and some of the arcadiness of the game. Surdy himself has created a suite of mods that we use that overhaul the movement, UI, and environmental interactions. It makes the game feel a little bit more modern and fluid. You have Ace Medical System, and every other Ace you can think of to try and aid in that quality of life. Visuals and sound. We've overhauled the lighting to make the nights terrifying and the days gorgeous, more gritty sometimes. Even the atmospherics. We've combined the sound with lunacy and SR, and so every crack of a rifle and every explosion of an artillery shell, it's going to shake your desk. As far as communications, we use Recondo's radio so you can actually adjust the volume for which channel you want to listen to. Say you don't want to hear everything going on platoon net and you really only want to focus onto your squad, you don't have to turn the radio off. You can just lower the volume of the squad net or the platoon net. Now we're going to move into kind of like the culture and the rules, and we touched a little bit about this in the previous video, but I really want to hammer more of the rules and less of the culture. You already know the culture for those that have been playing and for those that have watched my previous video. But none of these mods or mechanics matter without the right community. TWS is built on two pillars, teamwork and realism. And because of this, we have a hard rule. You have to have a mic. Our GMs will be playing with the rest of the player base, and if you're found not having a mic, you're just going to get kicked. You're going to get a warning, obviously, and say, hey, such and such player, if you have a mic, please use it. Or if someone says, hey, this dude's been with us and he's not using a mic, we're going to have to eventually remove you. And this isn't supposed to be some gatekeeping thing, right? We're not trying to be bullies and we're not trying to push people out and create a smaller community. But you have to understand, this isn't your typical server. We are pushing and forcing the idea of teamwork. If you don't have a mic and you join the server, you're taking up someone else's slot who could be actually contributing to the team. And I get it, you may have a broken your mic, or you ran out of batteries, or it needs to charge, or you don't have one. And that's okay, there's plenty of servers out there for you. This server is not for everyone, and I must stress, this server is not for everyone. If you do not like communicating, if you don't like playing as a team, if you're unwilling to be a listener, if you're unwilling to follow orders, and even lead by example, this isn't for you. And that's okay. With that being said, though, building this server, fine-tuning the game mode, and cultivating this culture has been a massive undertaking. To our community, we just want to say a huge thank you. Thank you for being patient through the bugs, the server restarts, oh my god, the server restarts, and the balancing tweaks. Your feedback is what made TWS what it is today, and we're not done. I would say we're about 80% there, so you can expect some more restarts. I apologize ahead of time. And a massive special shout out to King Alex and Fox 2 Fury. If you don't know who they are, you can look up King Alex on YouTube. He's been helping us greatly with the server, as well as Fox 2 Fury. He's a TikToker. He also has a Twitch. Look him up on both platforms. He's been doing amazing things for the server as well. Their relentless help in getting the TWS name out there, testing the limits of our server, and bringing in top tier players has been absolutely invaluable. And we wouldn't be here without them. If you're ready to ditch the solo mentality and join a community that takes teamwork seriously, all the information you need is in the description below. Join the Discord, download the mod pack, and I must stress, it's a little bit larger of a mod pack. You don't get where we're at and trying to bring to life the vision that we have without a little bit more extra fluff on the sides. But other than that, we'll see you in the trenches.